Alright folks, gotta show you this battle. This is probably one of the luckiest battles I have ever had. It's unbelievable. Let's go ahead and zip ahead in the video. You've all seen this map. Two caps, you know what the enemy's going to do. They're going to engage ships that are close to them, and then they're going to head for the cap if the cap is closer. I'm in the Murmansk, and for those of you who don't know this ship, it's definitely not the ship you want to be in if you're the tip of the spear. It has weak armor. It's really good at taking out destroyers, and at range it can take on other cruisers, but not battleships. Now take a look at the mini map behind me. There's a Wyoming there. From time to time we're going to go back and take a look at what that Wyoming does. But right now I'm doing what most folks usually do, is they head off at an angle, and our destroyer has decided he's going to go around the island. So let me zip ahead a bit in the video, and I'm going to spot my first enemy right there. So of course, let fly, and he vanishes. Okay, so I missed. Now that's his first salvo coming at me. Watch what happens. Okay, maybe not his first, but his second. There it is. He nailed me, and I'm on fire. That didn't take very long. So right about now I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a good game. I'm going to wind up getting wiped out. So I finally hit him, and I've started getting on the rudder, and I've spotted there's a battleship also back there. Meanwhile, notice what the Wyoming behind me is doing. Nothing. And I am taking some hits, but I'm also divvying out some pretty good damage here. I'm firing high explosive, but I'm going to have to shift to armor piercing here pretty quick, because he's broadside on. I really should get to armor piercing, but he's shooting at our destroyer, which is a lot closer to him. Meanwhile, I'm turning around. I'm getting too close to that battleship for comfort. And another enemy destroyer has entered the game. So I am burning this guy down. Boy, I'm glad he's not shooting at me. If I had been thinking, I would have switched to AP. Okay, he's gone. Now there's a destroyer, and you know he sent torps my way. So I'm getting on the rudder, turning around. So far our battleship isn't moving. That one that was behind me, he's still just sitting there. And those are the torps. Missed me by a mile, but I'm going to send some down his way. Going after a destroyer with torps is pretty futile, but sometimes it'll work. So the teams are still evenly matched. I've turned around. I'm going to go ahead and send some more torps. And I've pretty much got this destroyer. Murmansk is just meant to destroy destroyers. Does a great job of just chewing them up. But I am getting on that rudder just in case. But he's going to burn down any second now. Okay, that's two. Oh, I'm sorry, that's one. That's one. Then I'm looking over at our Wyoming over there. Meanwhile, on the mini-map, I can see ship R2 coming at us. One of them's in our cap. So right about now I figured out that the battleship sitting beside me is AFK, which is usually a really bad thing. Really bad. But in this game, as you see this battle unfold, it's actually going to turn out to be wonderful. So right about now I've realized it's 2 against 1, and look at what the enemy ships are shooting at. They're shooting at our AFK battleship. Fine, which means I can just pretty much cut loose with my shooting. And I have switched over to armor piercing so I can get some better damage on that Murmansk. You can see that by the dispersion that the Murmansk, the guns aren't half bad. In fact, I overpenned him. But I'm going to spread the love and go after this guy. Yeah, maybe send some torps down his way. Maybe I'll get lucky. I have switched back to high explosive. If I can get him on fire and get him to use his repair ability, he won't be able to put the next fire out. And that battleship in the long range is still working his way towards us. Okay, so now he's on fire. Can he put it out? I don't think so. Can I start another fire? Now, meanwhile, I'm standing on the rudder. I am taking some hits. I probably should have switched to armor piercing. No, armor piercing just would have overpenned. And they are focusing on our battleship. Yeah! Take that! And there's the enemy Murmansk. You can see a lot of the shots bounced, but some of them hit the Citadel. So he's nose on. I gotta go back to high explosive. Nope, torps aren't ready. Alright, 7 hits and he's on fire. And his guns are pointing at our AFK. Alright, there's 3 gone. You're beginning to understand why this is the luckiest game. There I am with my back against the wall. And there were 4 enemy ships pushing in towards me. Our destroyer was gone and an AFK battleship. That's me versus 4. Talk about lucky. If they had been focusing on me instead of that AFK battleship, it would have been a different battle. I would have been gone real fast. So I'm trying to get behind my battleship and I send a message, help! And I think he was going after the battleship with that shot. Had one guy on our team send a reply, thank you. Those are my torps. How did I do? Landed one. Alright. So I'm really not going to use my armor piercing. If I did, they'd just bounce right off of him. I gotta stick with high explosive. But I am burning him down. He's obviously used his repair ability and he cannot put this fire out. Talk about luck. Amazing that friendly AFK Wyoming is not sunk. Alright, he's gone. Yeah, talk about a lucky game. 2,115. That's nice. So 116 penetrations, 27 non-pens, 12 overs, and 4 bounced off. That's pretty good. You can see the Mermask has got pretty decent dispersion. Sunk 4, 2 Citadels, 2 Torps, and I took top score. That's nice. It's always nice. You don't have to sink a lot of ships to take top score. You just have to do a lot of damage. I'm just going to zip through this. Now you can see how fortunate I really was in that game. If they had focused on me instead of the AFK battleship, oh, it would have been a different story. But look how much money the Mermast here actually made. 176,000. That's really good silver and good experience. Anyway, that's it. That's the luckiest game. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Have fun.